By the way, people that don't know me, my name is Emmanuel Martin. I'm the CEO of Breed Australia, a charity based in Quakers Hill in Sydney. And one of our mission is that we want to empower entrepreneurs, especially entrepreneurs with soul, right?
Oh,
We have
okay.
soul purpose in
Yeah.
life that have a driving reason to do what they're doing with powerful stories. And I believe you have one of those.
I think so.
And the listeners will be really interested in hearing your story. Okay.
Oh.
So tell me, for those that don't know you at Geetha, who are you and what is Mermaid Cosmetics?
Okay, I'm Geetha. I have an Australian skincare brand called Mermaid Cosmetics. It is 100% Australian made, and it's mainly to help women to find their skincare routine. Just two products saves time because as one of a busy moms, I don't have a lot of time to prioritize myself or take care of myself. That's how my intention to begin Mermaid Cosmetics started.
Amazing. And what I've got to tell you is Geetha is actually part of our community. So she's one of our very valued member of the Breed family. But for someone hearing it for the first time, if I just met you down the street
Okay.
and I looked at it and I'm going, Geetha, I understand that you're Geetha and you come from India, obviously.
Yes.
We talked about this.
Yeah.
But beyond the brand of Mermaid Cosmetics, who are you at your core?
Okay. So, who is Geetha at the core?
Yes.
I am someone who's very ambitious. I would say, call myself, I'm a go getter. And I'm a strong believer in doing the right thing. And I always have intentions of helping people, doing good to people because, um, yeah, that is my core. I can't do bad things for anyone. If you say if I need to choose money or doing good to people, I will always prioritize people. And I had done that quite a few times in my life as well. So that is Geetha, someone who is honest, direct, go getter, and who's very resilient. I don't believe in giving up. I believe in trying, whether we achieve or not, doesn't matter.
Well, that I know that about you because we've spoken quite a bit about your story. And what stood out to me was the resilience that you have endured. I'm sure we'll talk about it as we move forward.
Sure.
Sometimes purpose comes from problems. You find your purpose when there's a challenge.
Yes.
And you had quite a few. But before we talk about that, because people are interested in the story, what is a problem that you're trying to solve for women in terms of your brand?
Yeah, sure. So, though Mermaid Cosmetics is a skincare brand, it is not just skincare. It is a purpose driven. It is for women who forgot to prioritize themselves because when life gets busier, not just women, everyone, we tend to think about others and with work and balancing everything. The last thing we have in our mind is to take care of ourselves. So my brand is all about self-confidence and then choosing oneself in spite of life get hectic, in spite of having challenges. So that is my brand is all about. It is to make sure you are feeling confident in your own skin and being positive and moving forward with intention.
I love that. Love that. So a deeper question, I'm always into meanings of things and the reasons why they are so.
Yeah.
Tell me, why did you pick the word mermaid or how the brand name came about, Mermaid Cosmetics?
One reason I love mermaid. I'm someone who always still in connect with my inner child. I will always be. And I am I'm one among many people who grew up watching Little Mermaid. Other than that, I'm always fascinated with mermaids, because with that story itself, she is the princess of ocean, but she never stopped fascinating about land or explore what is beyond. And in that story itself, when she is walking on the land, it is so painful for her. But she didn't think about the pain. She's so curious and she always wanted, like, why? What's there? What's beyond there? She should have led a very comfortable life in her being a princess of the ocean. So when I hit motherhood, when I became a mother of two boys, I started to face a lot of challenges balancing my personal life and also my career professional life. Um, when I say professional, not just the work. I may have so much passions other than work. So I could have chosen something easier, simpler, but I never stopped wondering and I never stopped trying. And sometimes when I work weekends or every day, all day, nights, early mornings, I used to wonder like, why do you do this to yourself? But then I think like it is just me as a person. It's like I'm just like that moment who might have chosen something wonderful and comfortable, but I'm always curious.
Oh, I love that. Maybe we can write a little movie about that, Little Mermaid 4 or something.
Sure, love that.
Let's pick up on something. I like the word little mermaid. Let's go back all those years when you were little, right?
Okay.
I want to know the story about Geetha. We talked about what you want to share with us. I know sometimes it's, and I want the story to come out because it's an amazing story. But I want to know about little Geetha and and how she grew up. First of all, just a summary of your life before you came to Australia, and then I'm going to ask you some things as well.
Yeah, okay, I'm a little bit mysterious.
Oh, yeah.
I am someone who approach challenges and problems like in a humorous way because that is kind of survival instinct as well. So I would reveal everything, but I know we had a one-to-one chat, but this podcast I'll touch upon things and yeah. So the little Geetha is someone I grew up with my grandparents. I am the first eldest grandchild for my grandparents. Uh, my grandfather is the most honest person that I know, and my grandma is the most loving. And I have a lot of cousins, but I'm very, very close with two because it's always me, my brother, and my sister. We three grew up with my grandparents. And yeah, what else do you want to know?
So you grew up obviously in India.
Yes, I am. I am from South India. I am Tamil, proper Tamil punnu.
I like that. So for the viewers, that means I'm going to translate it because I'm a very good translator. She says she's a proper Tamil girl. Am I right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So you grew up in India. We did talk a lot about it.
Yeah.
But what was happening in your life when you started the idea around Mermaid Cosmetics?
When I started Mermaid Cosmetics, the spark, or I always wanted to create something for me. It's like even when I was like when I grew up in South India, I am from a generation, or I am from a conservative, whatever the background, where women are usually not encouraged to pursue their education. I'm exceptionally good at my education, but still, I hear people, the neighbors or the relatives tell my grandparents that why are you letting her study? Why she needs to do engineering? I did my computer science and engineering. Why can't you just let her get married? And I'm always a little bit of rebel, but in a good way. It's like,
Rebel with the cause.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know I want to study. I know I want to pursue my education. But I always question, like, why you're telling me I don't need to study because I'm a girl. That is the status for education itself. So if I go and tell them, like, oh, I want to be a businesswoman, it's like, oh, girl, please. That will be the approach, right? So, but I know I will be doing it in spite of having that support or not. When I decided to start Mermaid Cosmetics, it was when I had my second son, and I was very depressed. There were lots going on in my life, and I was absolutely unhappy. I have no idea what's going on, and I felt like I completely lost myself. And I'm not that courageous girl. I'm not that person, that go getter. I felt I I would say heartbroken was an understatement. I was completely shattered. But I always try to put that happy, strong face in front of my kids because I wanted to be anything and everything for my kids. But one day my elder one came and then we were just having a chat and suddenly my elder one said like, Mommy, I know you're not happy. And then he left because it's happening in my room. And then I just look myself in the mirror and I don't see myself. I see someone who is broken. I see someone who's defeated. And I see someone who is on the verge of, not even on the verge, who had given up. And then I decided, okay, whatever happened, that had happened. You need to be your best version for your kids. Because that time I didn't think about, oh, you need to be your best version for yourself. I'll be honest, I didn't prioritize myself till that. I didn't think about that. My kids, they deserve their mom in their best version. So that's when I started to decide, like, get back to um, having good eating habits or workout. And then I decided I need to follow my passion. If not, I can physically change myself, but internally I'll be still unhappy. So no matter what, I'm going to follow my passion.
I like that word, passion. So tell me about it. What is your passion?
I wanted to create a brand which represent integrity and which represent resilience, confidence, and which do good for community, children, and women. So Mermaid Cosmetics is an initiation, and I'm always passionate about skincare, hair care, dresses. I love it. So I just remember growing up, I never even had acne problem, even in my teens, because my grandma took care of me. My
So they're using turmeric?
yes, yeah, my grandma, she took great care of me, and she always, make sure that I look and
Fair. They call it fair in India, right?
I don't even want to get into that because that is like a rabbit hole. Yeah, I had been called like, oh, you're broad skin. Yeah, not beautiful.
Right.
Yeah, but I never believed it.
That's very interesting.
A very, very different topic that we need to discuss. That's very, very relevant to Mermaid Cosmetics.
Yes.
Yeah, because that is one another thing about Mermaid Cosmetics as well. Even when I was young, I believed in having a healthy, beautiful skin. I never cared about fast. You know how it is. Always promoting, oh, you need to bleach it. You need to. No, I was like, I'm having a glowy, beautiful, healthy skin. That's enough. Someone is going to call me dark or brown. I don't care. I don't know from where I got it, but that's my attitude from the very beginning.
Sounds like you were really loved by your grandmother.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Because every time you talk about it, your eyes like spark up.
Oh, yeah. I love her.
And so she also instilled that pride in you.
That's true. She made me feel loved.
Yeah. Look, all businesses start with action, okay? I don't just call it action, but I call it massive action. Something's got to shift inside you. That's got to start you from being curious to interested and then committed. Yeah. All right? So what made you take that action when a lot of people just dream about starting a business? They'll talk a lot about it because I hear it. So what was that moment? I know you talked about the mirror, you talked about your son, but what else was it? I'm not sure whether I can open up much, but I realized I have pouring my energy, love, everything to people who don't even like me, who don't wish anything good for me. And I led a life till that point for others. I had been a people pleaser or had just followed rules. It's like I had been a rebel, but at the end of the all the major decisions like education, what I need to career wise or everything is not my choice. I did it so I can make people happy. I did it. So I don't. I survived, and then there is a point like it's my life. That is the point I realized like there is no pleasing them. Even if I just took my heart and put it on their feet, I'm not going to have any mercy or any consideration or like, nothing is going to happen. There is nothing in this whole universe that I can do to please them or make things work out for me. So like, okay, let me. Well, how remarkable is that? Very similar to the Little Mermaid story, right? If you think about it, that freedom of independence, having the freedom I'm talking about. Yeah. There were rules and there's something that you expected to be a certain way. Yes. But you mentioned the word rebel before. Yeah. I think you are definitely a change maker from what I know of you. We've spoken a few times, but I think there's a lot of curiosity in you. And what, in your sense, tell me something more about Mermaid now. Yeah, right? Sure. I was going to ask you the question. You can answer both questions. You can say something like, what makes Mermaid Cosmetics better than others? Yeah. We'll come to that because I've actually experienced it, the product. I was wearing it. But what makes Mermaid Cosmetics different to other brands? before we talk about better.
Okay, yeah. So Mermaid Cosmetics, as I said, educating the people that you don't need so many products because it is overwhelming. I had been there because after my second son, I started to have severe skin breakouts and skin issues. That's when I just started to do the formulation, manufacturing, and do all the research. One thing is it is 100% Australian made, and I'm an Australian citizen. I love this country. This country gave me the freedom to follow my passion, and this is my second chance, and I need to use it properly. Also, I choose to be in this country. I love this country. Um, I'm not fortunate to born here, but when I started to make my decisions, I was like, this is the country I want to spend the rest of my life in. So whatever I earn or whatever I do, I wanted to contribute to this country, give back to this country, which gave me the freedom, which is very important for me, which gave me the free will to do what I wanted to do.
What about history there? You talked about country, as curiosity, if you're interested. We're actually in the land of the Darug people. So this land, it's been inhabited 50,000 years. People lived here. And we said actually breed is based in this very special land which is the owners were the Darug people. So that's something that I want to also put out there, that you're actually in a very special area of Sydney. And I really I have a feeling that you will go a long way to making a difference in this community.
Thank you.
Right?
I'm not sure precisely I answered your question. What makes it this difference?
Yeah.
Find that integrity and give that honest knowledge to people and saving their time, saving their money.
Well, what it came across to me as was it's a very authentic brand to yourself, like who you are. The brand is an extension of you or as a person, Geetha. So I sense a lot of your values in the brand from what you say.
Yeah.
And it's so good to see, especially female founders and entrepreneurs, really stick to their mission. It's so much needed in this world.
It's not easy, but yeah.
It's not easy. We'll come to that. We'll come to why it's not easy, because I want the listeners to be inspired by you, right? What belief do you hold that other women might be missing in their lives? Very interesting question in terms of if it was you and you had like 2 minutes to give some advice to someone about to start a business as a woman, what would that be?
It comes from a good place. I'm not judging anyone. One thing is, it's just what worked out for me in spite of having so many challenges in my life. I am someone who is very spiritual, but I'm not religious. I believe if you do good, the path might be hard, but the end result is always going to be good. If your heart is pure, if your intentions are good, just believe in the higher power. That's why I'm insisting I'm spiritual. It's not just with any religion. It's like you can be you can worship any god, but you have to have that strong belief in spite of having a hard time at this moment, because everyone have their own struggles. No one's life is easy. If you are a good person, you will get what you want. And I believe.
So is it like karma? Or is it something else?
I don't know. It's what you saw, what you reap, or what is
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's true. Karma as well. It's just I'm a strong believer, and I used to hear Bhagavad Gita as well. It's just I believe in your actions having its consequences. So always try to do good. It's fine if you had taken some wrong choices. You can change anytime. That's one thing. And just be prepared to work hard and make smart choices. It's not easy. It comes with experience. I had done so many I built wrong people. I had done mistakes. But the thing is, life is all about learning and moving. And it is a journey to learn and evolve.
I love that. There's this famous poet called Rumi.
Oh, yeah.
And he says, what you seek is seeking you. Right? So what you seek is seeking you. What would you like women, your advice to them, is what you seek is going to seek them. What kind of advice do you want to give them, especially young women?
Yeah, I want to tell them, don't seek validation outside. Have self-validation. Have self-love. Whatever the love and validation that you expect from your partner or a lover or a boyfriend. Just give that to yourself. You'll be that freedom is something like unbelievable. You'll feel so content. That is something I wanted to tell all the younger generation, like not just women, men. Don't seek that validation. Don't seek that love outside. Don't depend on that. If you get it, good. But give that love to yourself as well. Give that validation and also have self analysis, self validation. There is always a room for improvement. Just something happens, think what went wrong, how can I improve, how can I do it. If you always want validation from others, like if someone tells me like, oh, you look good, I'm like, oh, happy, thank you. If someone says you look ugly, I'm like, I don't care, I know I'm beautiful, that's all. It's not just the external features, it's just that confident.
I agree. But sometimes your energy also goes out to people and they'll comment about the energy you have, right?
Yeah.
So if I asked some of your friends and they said, hey, what is it about Geetha that makes you feel good or makes you laugh?
Okay.
What would they say?
I asked that question.
You did? Tell me what you found out.
Okay.
But explain to the listeners what the question was and why I asked you that question.
So Emmanuel asked me to ask some of my closest friends what makes them smile when they think about me. So closest friends, so everyone said sense of humor, and everyone said my resilience and hardworking. And one person, that person felt like I know him for years, and he said like, so said whatever the hardship, whatever happened in your life, you are here because of you and you only. And always, if there is a very big problem, you call me or just vent about it. And at the end, you'll say like, it's okay, vidra pathikla. It means like, oh, it's okay. Let's see, let's handle it. And then I will handle it. So that's something that he told me. I was like, oh yeah, I do that.
And how did that make you feel when you heard that? Because that for me is not you seeking validation, but it's really a gift of your energy that the people are telling you, right?
Yeah, I felt happy. As I said, like when you get compliment, when you just hear good things about you, just feel happy, enjoy it. That's important. But if they don't say that also, I'm okay with it because deep inside, I know I'm resilient. Deep inside, I know that.
That's right.
Yeah, if any problem, maybe I'll cry, maybe I'll worry, but I will always think about solving it. But it's made me happy that they observed it, they acknowledged it.
Fantastic. I love the fact that you told me that this is your country now. You know, and it's really refreshing to see that that attitude. Because, you know, a lot of people don't have a choice coming here. They have to come here because of something. We came here.
I chose this country.
We chose the country. In my case, my parents chose the country and I came as a kid, right?
Yeah.
And I love the fact that you have some pride in it. You also said it was like your second chance. I would like to know more about this. I would like to know more about why Mermaid Cosmetics for you was important that it was made locally. What was that about?
One thing is to meet all the standards because, as I said, that's very important for Mermaid Cosmetics, and I want to observe. Like, the thing is, I want to support local business because, as I said, I had been here 10 years, and I decided from my very young age. I don't know why I love kangaroos. I always, I always drawn towards Australia, and I worked in UK. When I went back to India, I was like, okay, I'm going to move, and my honor and only choice, like I'm going to Australia. Yeah. I don't know why, but it's just I love this country. I can't explain. So that's how I moved here. So I want to support local business. I wanted to make sure all the standards are met. And when I become Australian, like citizenship, when I got it, I'm very happy and I am Australian. So I need to support my country. I need to make sure that, and also to contribute back to the community. Because, Emmanuel, honestly, there might be so many challenges that I face, but I am happy and content here.
I see. So you came here out of your own choosing. Yes. So it wasn't because of your love of spiders or snakes.
No. Actually, ignorance is bliss. I didn't know about it. I didn't think about it. I didn't know all the deadliest animals or like insects are here. And I'm so scared of insects. One thing I hate most is I'm not someone who hates a lot, but I don't like to be around insects, but still I love this.
Oh, that's great. But have you ever seen a snake in the wild here?
Not yet.
That's it. Well, I've been here for 40 years and I've never seen one.
Oh, okay, that's
Can you believe that?
Okay.
Everyone talks about it, but I've never seen one.
Okay, maybe you're not.
Maybe I'll see one soon.
You would have met some snakes in real life in a human form.
Yeah, that's for a different discussion. That's a different podcast.
Yeah.